As a review from Spanish 1, let's go over present tense stem changers. Take a look at this verb. As we talked about in the last notes, there are two parts of every verb, the stem and the ending. So, stem changers are verbs that change in the stem. They are also called boot verbs. For the present tense, there are 5 different types of stem changers. These are only a few of the verbs that fit into each category, and unfortunately, there's not necessarily a pattern or way of knowing which verbs will stem change. It's just something that will come with time and practice. For example, encontrar is an O to UE stem changer. That means that when it's conjugated in the present tense, the O is going to change to a UE, but only in these 4 forms. Nosotros and vosotros forms don't do this, they just conjugate like normal. So these 4 forms kind of look like a boot. This is why they're called boot verbs. So let's conjugate it. You can break this down into 3 steps. Step 1 is to take off the ending. This is always going to be the first step to conjugation. Now I have just the stem in all 6 forms. And since it's a stem changer, though, I have to remember to change the O to a UE in these 4 forms. That's step 2. Make sure all of those O's inside the boot have been changed to a UE. Step 3 is just plugging and chugging those regular AR endings into all of the verbs. Preferir is an E to IE stem changer, and it's also special. It has 2 E's, so how are you going to know which one is going to change to that IE? The answer is that it's always going to be the last E in the stem. So let's conjugate it. Step 1, take off the ending and write the stem in all 6 of the boxes. Step 2, change the stem inside the boot. So this is where I pause to strongly advise that you draw a boot shape around those 4 forms that are part of the stem changers, just to remind yourself. And then lastly, step 3, add in the normal IR endings. Now, using the same rule, the same type of stem changer, pause this video now and practice conjugating querer on your own. I'll give you the answers in a second. All right, here is querer, all conjugated. It is also an E to IE stem changer, just like preferir, but the difference is that it is an ER verb, so it's going to use the ER ending. So pause to check your spelling. Another one of the types of stem changers is E to I, like pedir here. So we'll conjugate this one as well. Step 1, take off the endings and write in all of the stems. Step 2, change those stems inside the boot. And lastly, step 3, add in the IR endings. Seguir is also an E to I stem changer, so pause the video, take some time, try to conjugate that on your own, and I'll give you the answers in a second. Here are the answers. Check your spelling. Now, check again. The yo form is special. It gets rid of the U. So speaking of special yo forms, let's take a look at tener. Don't you just love when Spanish throws in some irregular verbs? This one is still a stem changer, and it has a boot, but it's a shorter boot because the yo form does not stem change. And without looking at the answer, I bet you could guess what that yo form is. Yep, it is tango. The rest of it follows the rest of the steps just like normal, so make sure to check your answers here. Last but not least, double check all of your notes. They should be thorough enough to help you answer these questions. Remember to help future you out. And now for some practice. Take a look at these English sentences, pause the video, and translate them as best as you can. They all use stem changing verbs.